We can start done with Sir Dub, Sir Dubious, Mr. Tubby Dub Dub, Mr. Tubby Dubby. All right.
Bro, I love how McQueen he just calls all his nicknames like all at once. He doesn't just say one. He says like all of them, bro. That's stupid.
Mr. Tubby Dubby, look, man. When it comes to your proposed squabble, all right. I just don't want to. I just look, all right. I don't want to get hit with your famous fat nigga choke slam, all right.
What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna be doing a reaction to McQueen beefing with Dub. Apparently, I guess Dub said a few things about him on stream, saying how he does like Andrew Tate type content or Sneeko type content. And I guess McQueen wasn't really fucking with it, so now they're like going back and forth. So now we're about to see McQueen's response to the beef.
So listen, yo, we got a couple of crazy things to talk about here. All right, I'm gonna pull it up on the PC so you guys can see exactly what the fuck went down with Mr. Tubba Dub Dub. All right.
This shit's funny as
Sir
hell.
Dubious, Sir Dubious. All right. You know, I got off stream last night, chat. Right.
He giving them fat boy names.
And I was upset to see the Dub felt such a way. All right. So I'm going to show you guys the first screenshot here. He had some very poor, choice of words to tell me. Such strong words, such hateful words. As we all know, okay, Sir Dubious, Mr. Tubby Dub Dub, all right, Tubby Dubby, all right, is very upset about his weight. Very upset about the way he looks, okay? So he's got a lot of hate in his heart, okay? A lot of grease.
A lot of grease.
So, this sent me this message yesterday. And I said, damn, Now, I'll talk about the times and the difference because there's another screenshot, okay? There's another screenshot that just doesn't make any sense when it comes to the times, and I'll get to that later on. But right here, he clearly said, not gonna lie, when I see you, I'm gonna beat your Oh. That stung, okay? You think I'm playing. He's not playing, guys, all right? He's not playing at all, okay? I'm gonna never speak on you again. But when I see, I'm gonna beat your poor ass. When you see what, Sir Dubious, Mr. Tubby Dub Dub, Mr. Tubby Dubby, what you didn't really specify what you're gonna see, okay? We all know after yesterday, with his pronunciation, that he's a very illiterate, obese man,
Obese man.
We all know this, all right? We all know he's a very illiterate, obese man, So, Chad, let's just be a little bit kind, Try and give him a chance. Let him get his words out,
Somebody's phone
right?
was gonna die.
All right? But he said, I'm going to never speak on you again. But when I see you, right, we'll just put the you in there. I'm going to beat your poor ass. Matter of fact, if you let me know where you at in Miami right now, I'll show you.
Dub said it's on site, nigga.
Does he know where I'm at? In that moment, the room started shaking. I said, oh, God damn. Dub is gonna find me. Okay. Then he goes on to say, money wins all wars. Let me show you. And I just don't understand because I'm like, damn, man. First of all, aren't you in LA, brother? And let's get serious for a second.
That's crazy.
Let's get serious for a second, all right? Dub, if you ever tried to find me, all right? If you ever tried to come after me and find me in person, okay? If you ever did some dumb like that, I would have no choice but to throw a salad at you. You've left me with no choice, okay? I've exerted all options. I've tried everything with you, Dub, all right? I didn't want it to come to this. Okay? I didn't want it to come to this. Might even throw a dumbbell at you, okay? Might even throw a treadmill. You know, I might set a treadmill as a trap. You feel me? That'll scare his ass away. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little emotional. I just never thought it would come to the day that Mr. Tubba Dub Dub would have such strong, hateful things to say about me. All right? Just never thought it'd come to this day.
Shit.
All
that
right?
nickname wild as shit, bro. Tubba Dub Dub. Yo, that's a good ass nickname, bro.
That's not pimp. All right? Okay? Sir Dubious. So this is what he had to say, y'all. Now, I'm going to show you guys the second screenshot, all right? And going back to what I said earlier about, you know, the times, right? The last, you know what I'm saying, message was at... Okay. The last message, okay, was at 9-something p.m., okay? The last message took place at like 9-something p.m., all right? And you guys bullied this into positivity, all right? I want you to keep that timestamp from the last message. He sent that message at 9-something, 9:15, 9:30, something like that, all right? And then y'all bullied this into a spiritual awakening, all right? He had an epiphany, all right? A fat one. An obese one, if you will, right?
He going on his way, bro.
He got on Twitter, said, starting at 8:22 p.m., June 16, 2025, okay? I will no longer say anything negative. Positivity from now on. With dot, with make sure it's spaces, you know, because Dub is wide, okay? He wants to keep it on brand, okay?
The comments, Dub just be dubbing.
Now he said at 8:22, starting at 8:22, he will no longer say anything negative. But the last screenshot was at 9:15.
Damn.
So this fat ain't learned. He immediately went to crashing out of my DMs. Okay? It didn't take long for Dub to just go back on his word. But we all know Dub does not know how to keep a promise to himself to save his life, or else he wouldn't be fat.
Yikes.
How many times has Dub said that he wouldn't eat that burger? And then still ate the burger. How many times has Sir Dubious, Mr. Tubby Dub Dub, Mr. Tubby Dubby said that he wasn't going to drink that milkshake, chat? And then he still drank it.
Yo, he cooking this shit, bro.
Oh.
Yo, he cooking this shit.
How many times did he say he was going to go in the gym and actually get a real profound workout in? But he just took a picture for the gram and then left.
Yo, I knew he was gonna say that. He could be like, he just walked in and then he walked out. That's crazy.
This nigga doesn't have a discipline bone in his body.
Dub trick star.
Tubby Dubby, why? Why did you have to do this? Why?
Tubby Dubby.
It's strange, really.
Yo.
It's really strange, you know? The Pacers are watching. What you mean? Are the Pacers on us? The Pacers are watching.
Hating you for years. Somebody in the comments said, watch his clips from today. He been hating you for years. If you say grease 3 times a night in the mirror, he might pop out. Damn, everybody getting on his ass, bro. He really gonna have to just lose some weight, bro. That's the only way to bounce back. Lose some weight. They can't call him these names.
Are the Pacers watching? Someone keep calling my phone. You know, I don't know if it's the Pacers or not. It's a random number. I'm gonna block it. Okay? Anyways, right? Now, I was making sure my filmer was here, chat, all right? Because we got a little bit of an IRL, okay, after this. After we get done with Sir Dub. Sir Dubious, Mr. Tubby Dub Dub, Mr. Tubby Dubby, all right?
Bro, I love how McQueen he just calls all his nicknames like all at once. He doesn't just say one, he says like all of them, bro. That's stupid.
Mr. Tubby Dubby, look, man. When it comes to, you know, your proposed squabble, all right? I just don't want to, look, all right? I don't want to get hit with your famous fat nigga choke slam, all right? I don't want to get hit with that, all right? Please, no. I don't want to get hit with the calorie finisher, all right? So I'm gonna have to kindly decline, you know, your attempt to hurt me, all right? Please, I have no squabbles. Leave me alone, Dub, please. Okay? Just get in the gym. Just get in the gym, all right? Please.
This man trolling, bro. Now he's like dead serious at the same time, but like he kind of trolling. But he actually means it because they really beefing.
And I heard Baby Rich was talking shit too. I don't know why Baby Rich was talking shit. Why was Baby Rich talking shit, Chad? So you scared? Yes, I'm terrified. Absolutely frightened. Please, leave me alone. You guys already know I almost got my ass beat by King Simp. I don't want this from Sir Dubious. I don't want it from Tubby Dub Dub. Okay? I have 0 squabbles. Leave me alone, please. Okay? So, someone came to me and said Baby Rich was talking crazy about me, you know? I love Baby Rich. I don't know why he was talking crazy. Is this true or not, Chad? He's using sarcasm.
Trolling.
For whoever he said he was scared. No, I'm genuinely scared, okay? But you handled Pootie and all of them by yourself. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, okay? I was lying. I'm like Soulja Boy, man, all right? He was trolling. You just said you don't keep in contact no more? Oh, okay. I was like, damn, why? I was like, why did Baby Rich say something about me, man? Damn, I thought we was cool, you know? That was the only one that said okay, for sure. Rich just adding to the content, I'm pretty sure. Okay, for sure. Yeah, shout out to Baby Rich, man. I have no issues with nobody, bro, you know? I have no issues with nobody. I love Baby Rich. Last time we talked, I was like, hey, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? Someone came to me, like, in the DMs, was like, Baby Rich was talking shit. That's how you know you can't listen to on the internet, man. You know? Nah, man. It was all a fad, all right? I am not the toughest nigga in LA, all right? It was all a fad. Please. I'm not trying to get sat on. Right? Like the shade crack hose at your apartment? Yeah. Well, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I did actually, yeah. I mean, what's a random question?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why he dick watching, bro? That's
shout out
weird.
to Tubby Dub Dub, Chad, all right?
I don't know.
And going back to this screenshot, all right, right here. Going back to this, I saw something quite
it's cold
interesting,
as
actually.
fuck in here. Damn. Cold as
Going
a
back to
bitch.
this, chat. He said, money wins all wars. Win the war with your weight. You got to win the war with your weight first, Dub, all right? You got to win the war with your weight before you get into any more wars, brother, all right? You're not built for war, literally, all right? You're not. Win the war with your weight, okay? And also, if money wins all wars, right? Let's just take a stroll down your hypotheticals, okay? Why are you, if you have all the money in the world, right? If you have all the money in the world, right? And money wins all wars, why are you still at war with yourself? Why do you still have so much hate in your heart? If money could buy peace, love, tranquility, emotional intelligence, spirituality, substance, why don't you have that yet? It doesn't sound like that money can buy everything, brother, all right? Because if that were true, you wouldn't be some hateful, obese, fat ass. You wouldn't be. If money could buy all wars, if money could win all wars.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. If I was Dub, like, I would just get me a personal trainer and go crazy. Like, you already got the money, you already got the network. All you got to do is get a personal trainer, change your diet. You got money. You could buy, like, you could eat any food that you want that's within a reasonable price to be healthy. Like, you could get all organic food, whatever, just be working out. Man, I don't know. Like, if I had money and I'm at that level, yeah, I would say just the money. If you had that amount of money, like, bro, you could do, like, so much. Like, you could literally go to the best, I don't want to say best gyms, but you could go to really good gyms. You could, yeah, I already said it. I'll be repeating myself if I say it again. But yeah, that.
You wouldn't be such a hateful person, brother, all right? It can't buy intelligence because you're clearly not that, all right? It can't buy you a body. You can't BBL your way into a nice body. You got to work for that, but you got to work for that, Dub. But I know you're not familiar with work, you know? I know you're not familiar with that. You're not familiar with discipline and consistency. You're just not. So if money could buy all things, why don't you have all that? If you have all the money in the world, why are you still such a hateful person? Why are you constantly hating on everybody? Why are you hating on your own brother? No, he's not the no, he's not the leader.
He was getting mad as shit on that.
Even if he is, why is that a problem with you? That's your brother.
Oh, damn. Video over. But whole time, yeah, that was funny. He was like, my brother's not the leader. It's like, bro, you could have just been like, nah, me and him, we're both leaders. Everybody that's in a group, we're all leaders. You see how you could rephrase something and it comes off way differently versus like, he's not the leader of us. Or it's like, nah, man, we're all leaders. Like, you just basically fed the guy in the comment section even more fuel, and McQueen, because now McQueen's using it and other guys are now saying like, hey, you're getting butthurt because your brother is more successful than you or whatever. That's like how it kind of looks versus if you're just like, hey, we're all leaders, like we're all in it together. It's like then nobody could clap back at you for that. Even if you're smaller than him, like nobody's like judging you for that. It's not your fault. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's still successful. So I mean, that's all that really matters. I was just saying, like, future reference on like how people view things when you like word it. That energy that you put out is the energy that you pretty much get back from the universe. That's how it is. So I'm gonna just end the video right here, guys. Peace.